Wasn't that a famous, I think, Groucho Marx quote? If you don't like these values, I have others. Hello, I'm Vivek Nityananda, and I'm the writer of I Dream of Theresa May, which is playing at Tara Theatre. I think most people watching this will not know that I love insects and I research them for a living. Insects are really fascinating and they do a ton of things that we would not think that they would be able to do. And I think there's always more to discover about them, and so it's worth it just to get your head in the undergrowth and look and see what's happening around you. Some of the things I've done in my research include putting 3D glasses onto praying mantises, which people might well have heard of. And I've also looked at whether bumblebees can feel pessimism and how both of them can have attention and perhaps even emotions. So I think being Prime Minister for a day is largely going to be symbolic because you can't really do all that much. So I think what I would do is to prepare some kind of grand speech which would call for really unifying all of us together and to get rid of all that's holding us back in terms of racism, transphobia, or any kind of bigotry, and just focus on getting along together because we're in this together. And to cap it all, I think one way of doing that, I would probably declare, I've been thinking of a National Food Day, because that's certainly something that we can all unite behind. I think there are several British values. People almost pick and choose which ones they want. Wasn't that a famous, I think, Groucho Marx quote? If you don't like these values, I have others. But I think it really varies depending on class, depending on geography, what your values are. And some of the standard stereotypes, such as, say, a stifler upper lip, definitely doesn't apply to Geordies in Newcastle, where I live, for example. But I think there's real worth in the kind of stereotypes of values, whether it's fair play or tolerance. These are good ideals for us to have and work towards. But what I really wish, though, is that people would actually stick to these and practice them much more. It's hard sometimes when you really want something to keep this in mind as well. So to set your selfish interests aside and really try to live up to those values is something that I would hope for.